Welcome back, guys. We got a special unboxing video for you today. Technically, this isn't VHS related. That's still cool nonetheless. Kind of a flashback to some of us big Anchor Bay fans. So this came in the mail today. I ordered it maybe a week or plus ago. I bought these off of eBay. One, two, three, and four. These are the limited edition Anchor Bay DVD tins. Got one there for the Beyond Lucio Fulci film. This is number 14,386 of 20,000. Only 20,000 of them made, obviously. Hard to open with these gloves on. Got a fun little booklet in there. Chapter markers. See various ones of different. Nothing there. Different language cards. So there's multiple names of this movie. I think Seven Gates of Hell was one, Seven Doors of Death, something like that. A dish there. These are ones obviously I've never owned before. I'll put everything back in later on. Beyond. And we got William Lustig's Maniac. Number 71 of 5,000, so this one's really rare. You know, I thought these gloves would be a cool idea since I'm a VHS inspector. But they make it kind of hard to open stuff. So chapter selection there, and on here looks like it's got some original, what was that, movie advertisements from the newspapers. It's pretty dope. This is one I used to own a 35mm print of, but the print was pretty much as red as that red there. So that's pretty sweet. Limited edition 71 of 5,000. Now the only ones of these I've ever owned before is there's a Halloween 4 and a Halloween 5 one. Those two I bought off the shelves, or either bought off the shelves from Best Buy or ordered when they first came out. And then years later I found the Evil Dead 2 one at a Half Price Books. So those are the three I own already. Right here we got Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. This is number 2,166 of 5,000. So again, this one's quite rare. The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue is an alternate title for this. Nothing there. That's a toe tag. Can't tell where the camera is. There you go. This is a DVD booklet. Das Leichenhaus der Lebenden Toten. Nice. And the disc there. There are two more. I mean, we'll get to that one. But there are two more of these tins that I'm aware of that I never owned and will potentially at some point buy. And that's Two Lane Blacktop and Heathers. A friend of mine owned the Let Sleeping Corpses Lie one. I think another friend of mine owns the Beyond one. For some reason I never got around to buying those when they came out. And then here we got Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Limited edition. Hellraiser and Hellraiser. Actually, you know what? I didn't even know that. Didn't know it came with both. Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. This is number 12,462. And I do not know how many were made. Side booklet. Hellraiser there 1, chapter markers, chapter selections, Hellbound Hellraiser 2. This looks like it's a 2-disc set. I just rewatched both these the other day. I had a Hellraiser marathon. I went through every single one all the way up to the current ones, which are terrible. Alright, not terrible, but not great. As you see on the channel, we will be covering Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2 on VHS. I have the Anchor Bay 2-tape set of the original Hellraiser, as we'll see. I think these are all pretty dope. So I got these all from the same seller on eBay. I got a pretty good deal on them. I think maybe $20 a piece, perhaps. They're all individual listings, but since I bought them all, I got a good deal on shipping. I think he had other ones too. I just didn't feel like buying yet. I just thought these were pretty good score. These are things I've always wanted, and I just never got around to buying when they first came out, or they were too expensive when they first came out. I opted for Halloween 4 and 5 since I'm a bigger fan of Halloween. Anyway, I thought these were pretty dope. I'm really glad to add them to the collection. Again, they don't, they're not VHS, but screw it. It's my channel. I'll do what I want. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. That was a fun unboxing. We'll do more of them as I get more stuff. And later. Welcome back. So I got a sweet beta haul video for you guys today. I know that, again, this is the VHS Inspector channel, but magnetic tape is magnetic tape no matter the size. So I've gone a little crazy. I've been visiting a lot of vintage stocks, and which a couple have VHS, not a lot. I've been hitting up a lot of half-price books, and I've just been buying up anything interesting. Been finding a lot of cool stuff that I kind of never really crossed my path before. So we'll start this way. Go here. These are obviously, this is Captain Marvel, the greatest serial of all time, 12 episodes. This is on beta, as we can see. So I've never owned a beta player, but I've owned a lot of beta tapes. Usually Halloween ones more than anything else. I own Creepers, some of the Friday the 13th. You know what? Don't be surprised if these disappear over time, because they make doing this job kind of difficult. See, from what I've always understood, beta is actually better quality than VHS. But it's never anything. We never owned them. I was actually looking at beta players on eBay the other day, and a lot of the working ones that are in good condition sell for quite a bit of money. So there's Captain Marvel. A lot of these I'm not going to really go too deep in depth into because I don't know a lot about them. I've never seen them before. I just kind of want to burn through them real quick. I just thought these were interesting. You got a Warner Brothers home video, one of the big Warner Brothers clamshell packages, but it's obviously listed as beta. You flop this baby open, information on the inside. You got the beta tape there. So that's kind of smart on Warner's behalf. You just make one size of tape holder, and then that looks better, but it doesn't work. Just one size of case, and you put your betas and your VHS in, as opposed to having two different types. So there's Firefox. So I doubt, I probably won't do individual videos for any of these. Remind me to put that back in there. I just kind of like them the way they are. Let's go here. I'll say this on other videos, but I've become a huge fan of these MGM coffin boxes. Like, I think these are dope. This is the first one I've ever seen as V8, or that was beta. So I had to pick it up. Westworld, and obviously cost me $5. I just think these MGM cases are so cool. As you've seen already on the channel, we had Poltergeist, Poltergeist 2, and I picked up a couple more that you'll be seeing. Pretty cool. And these are really interesting to me. This is a run of Doctor Who episodes that are on beta, but they're in VHS-sized cases, kind of like this, but obviously the cardboard slip cases. They slip it out. It's the beta. Doctor Who, the Deadly Assassin. Maybe you guys have seen these before, but I haven't. And they just have these little inserts that keep it in the beta size, so it's not slipping around in the package. I thought those were cool. Again, these are another set I picked up from Half Price Video, or Half Price Books. The Seeds of Death, Pyramids of Mars, The Brain of Morbius, and Death to the Daleks. Again, these are all beta tapes, as you can see down here, inside of VHS size cardboard cases. A lot of these I'm not sure if I'm going to keep in the archive or if I'll relist them as a set. Either these as a set and these individually somehow on eBay and get rid of them. These I thought were really cool. These are a run of He-Man beta tapes that are, I think, 3 or 4 episodes on each tape. This one is He-Man She-Ra, The Secret of the Sword. And to my guess is this magic window. My guess is these are for schools or libraries, something to that effect, back in the 80s. Maybe you bought them off the shelf at the store like this, but my guess is that these are going to be made primarily for schools to utilize. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Volume 2. So there's 2 episodes on there, looks like. Volume 3. Episodes Creatures from the Tar Swamp, The She-Demon of Phantos. This one had Like Father, Like Daughter, and The Time Corridor. I think this one is, yeah, it's like a full-length movie or something. So I really wish I could watch these, but I'm not going to spend $200 on a beta player. And then we got the Volume 4. Diamond Ray of Disappearance, Tila's Quest, and Colossor Awakes. So, yeah, I thought these were just kind of a cool find. Anybody out there, if you guys know anything about Magic Window, anything about these beta tapes, feel free to comment below, let me know. I would love if I could find Volume 1, or how many volumes there are together. So either I'll try and collect them all and find more of them. I did do a search on eBay, I couldn't find anything. Either I'll try and collect them, keep them in the archive, or I'll just go ahead and list all these on eBay to get rid of them. Anyway, that's a beta haul. This is maybe 2 different trips, but these are all the betas that I collected in the past, I think, 2 weeks or so. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought this was kind of neat. Captain Marvel, since they made a movie of this, a couple years ago, a year or 2. Alright guys, that's it. We're back again. Another haul video. These are all VHS this time. I'm going to skip the gloves because they're turning out to be a pain. So start off here. Some of these I might do individual videos for as I learn more about them. This is, I thought it was a steal. Jackie Chan triple movie box set. This guy, Rumble of the Bronx, Mr. Nice Guy, and Jackie Chan's First Strike. These 2 I own already. This one I don't know if I've even ever seen, unless I've seen it under a different name. Maybe I saw that when they re-released it. That'll go along with my Bruce Lee box set. I like doing box sets, so maybe we'll talk about that one more, although doubt it. Pick this up, Poltergeist The Legacy. These are cool finds too. Those 2 are 20th Century Fox Studio Classics and a Warner Brothers Special Edition. All brand new, sealed, never opened. Got the mail-in rebate, $3. So there we got Titanic, not the James Cameron one. All About Eve. These 2 I've never seen, but I will, I promise. And then Maltese Falcon, which, believe it or not, I just watched for the first time maybe 2 weeks ago on HBO Max. I watched it at work one night. So these black clamshell packages, as we've talked about before, I'll buy pretty much anything in them. They're probably my favorite as far as somewhat modern day cases. And then these, as we've talked about before, these MGM big box coffin box ones are coming out to be my second favorite. I just think these are cool. I mean, I'll eventually start getting the big boxes, and that'll be a lot of fun. Runaway Train, which I doubt we'll talk much more about this one. I just thought that was cool. And this one, definitely, I won't do anything on Wayne Newton at the London Palladium. These I'm just getting just to keep in the archive because I want to start collecting these MGM big boxes. So I might start collecting very specific things, MGM big boxes, anything in these black clamshell packages. And there's something else that was on my mind that I just can't think of. Like the big boxes. These I picked up just for fun. Pokemon, the first movie. My daughter has a VHS player in her room, so and she was a big Pokemon fan as far as the cards go. I don't know if she's much into the movies, but after I do videos on those or whatever, I'll turn those over to her. picked this up. Believe it or not, this was $8. $8 at Half Price Books. I want to say all these I picked up at Half Price Books, different ones on different days, but this is a haul the past couple weeks. I just realized that this thing opens. It's got a flap on it. But out of all of them, this is the most expensive tape that I bought recently. We'll get to that one last. This one, Planetary Traveler, I don't know anything about. Well, not when I picked it up. I kind of looked into it now. It's an all computer-generated movie. I just thought it was interesting. Got this from Half Price Books as well, and the guy there gave it to me for free because there's an average price like $2 per tape unless it's marked differently. Some of them are marked differently. But he just gave that one to me for free because he didn't know much about it, but I might actually rip that thing completely. This was a sweet find. We'll talk about that more eventually, but so look forward to that video because I love this movie. I thought this was crazy, a crazy find at Half Price Books nonetheless. And then this goes along with the MGM kind of big boxes. So I doubt, well, maybe I'll do another video on that. I'm not quite sure. That was my haul this week. This was, I think it only cost $2. I don't think it was any different than the other ones. Maybe it was $5 at most. So that was the VHS haul for this week. Like I said, maybe we'll go in depth on some of these. But I just thought that was a pretty good score. For those of you not aware, I do have another channel that I started up. It's called VHS RIP. VHS, rest in peace / VHS rip, because I'm going to take a lot of these weird random movies, like this one I've done already, and I'm ripping the beginning, the start of the movie, not the start of the film, but start of the tape all the way up to the feature presentation. So all the previews and stuff we used to see on old VHS tapes, I'm going to catalog those. So any one of these that have cool trailers and stuff on VHS, I'm doing rips of, throwing it onto the alternate channel, as well as if I do individual videos, I'm going to try and link the trailer in the description below. So I hope you guys enjoyed that haul video. It was a lot of fun collecting these. I'm going to hit up more stores here in the next week or so, so we'll be doing more haul videos. If you guys like them, I'll keep doing them. Oh, wait! There's one more. Ciao. This is the absolutely fabulous box set. Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tapes. I don't know. I guess it says complete collection. So I thought this was a steal. I got this at the same time. This was $5. That was $8. And that was $5. This is $5. It's crazy. I was a big fan of the show when it used to be on Comedy Central, back when Comedy Central was good. Back in the 90s when they had Kids in the Hall. They used to run old Saturday Night Lives. Mystery Science Theater was on there. It was pretty much all shows, with the exception of Mystery Science Theater, that came from other channels. Absolutely Fabulous was one of them. Like I said, Kids in the Hall and Monty Python. All the stuff that was in syndication, but I couldn't pass this up for $5. I may pass it on and sell it on eBay. Maybe I'll keep it in the collection because I thought it was kind of cool. I just like the style of it. I haven't really looked too much into it. Pretty much everything's somewhat the same, just kind of different colors. But almost forgot this one. I had it setting to the side. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed it. Later. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be doing another unboxing video. So I ordered this maybe a week or more ago. I've been holding on to it. I've been waiting for a time to be able to record. It's finally quiet around the house. I'm able to do it here. It's been painful holding this, not having a chance to cut it open. So here we go. It's a knife I've had since I was about 8 or 9 years old. This is from MakeFlix. These are brand new VHSs. Probably a couple other things I'll be checking out, looking into from Tempeh Video, tempehvideo.com, so be sure to look into them. Start off with the second one. This is the new version VHS of the Zombie Army. So I'll probably take a look at that more in depth later on. I'm not going to go too deep into it right now. We got that. Get that out of the way. And then I got the Mulva collection. Mulva 1 and Mulva 2, both on VHS. Low budget pictures, Splatter Rampage, Phantom Pain films. So we'll look at that more too. It'll have its own individual video. Put that back with it. I'm trying to think which one. I have 4 boxes. I might do separate videos on a couple of these. I don't remember what this one is. I think I remember what it is. This might be one that I'll show real quick. And I'll do more in-depth videos of. This one I was really excited for. This is the one I think, yeah, this is what I think it is. Really excited for this one. Thank you, take good care of my babies. I'm sad to see them go, from Courtney. So this was a lot that I bought off of eBay. I watched this for a little while. I thought it was a really cool find. So I'll go through them real quick. This is an old Vid America Incorporated I Spit on Your Grave original uncut version. So I said we'll probably do individual videos in each one. Save that one for last. And I'm not sure which one's which. Not that one. And this one I'll go into more too. This is the Anchor Bay release that I always wanted and never got around to buying. So we'll look at that more too in an individual video. There's 4 all together. We'll look at them all in OG videos, individual videos. So just real quick, this again, so obviously if you haven't figured it out, these are all different versions of I Spit on Your Grave. It's a lightning video. I have to look more into which one's which, the OG original ones. This one looks like it could be Wizard Video from back in the day. So that's a fun one, these old big box ones. And I think these are all originals. I don't think any of these are the repros that they did. 1985 it says. So again, this is my first real big box that I've had. Same thing with this one. These things are pretty sweet. Again, this is a pretty dope collection I got off eBay. I'm not going to tell you what I paid, but it's quite a bit. And I'll be sure to keep Courtney's note. Show how appreciative I am. Back again. Got a big VHS haul coming in for you. This is all from one seller. Got this off of eBay. Really excited for this one. Again, this was the other haul videos like that we saw already. Or maybe we've seen, who knows. I've had these stored in my room for like a couple weeks, a week or two now, waiting to get them done. We'll blow through them real fast. The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. Pretty much all these are the big Warner Brothers. Is that Warner? Can't tell if that was Warner. Yeah, it's Warner. Warner Brothers big clamshell boxes. So we'll just blow through them real quick. Maybe some of these I'll do individual videos for, blowout. Definitely all these will be ones that I'll keep of unknown origin and add to the archive. Like I said, these Warner Brothers big boxes I really like. So this looks like Deadly Trackers. That looks like it's just one of the instances where it's a cardboard sleeve that they just cut apart and put into a case, which I hate, but whatever. The Exorcist, I think I own this one already. Yeah, I think I have that one already. Maybe it's a 25th anniversary edition. I think I have the director's cut, the re-release that they did in 2000 on it. $16.99. Look at that. That's unopened. Got the Warner Bros. 75th on it. But I have another version of that, which I'm sure I've talked about before, or will. Look at that. Space Raiders. I haven't even heard of that one. So we'll look at all these again later on. Forbidden Planet. These MGM big boxes that I love. This is all pretty much one lot of big boxes. I mean, this clamshell one doesn't really count, but Kelly's Heroes. So some of these, again, we might look more into in individual videos, but I can't guarantee it. This one's sweet. This is a great movie. Burnt Offerings. It's a really creepy movie. So already my collection of MGM big boxes is growing quite wonderfully. Charles Bronson, Mr. Majestic. Looks like some of these are ex-rental copies. Yeah, ex-rental. It's got a Blockbuster sticker on there. What is it? The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing? What the f... Alright. They just turn anything into a movie, huh? And then Michelangelo Antonio's Blow Up. So again, I really like this freaking... Is that the dude from yeah, David Hemmings from Deep Red, Argento's Deep Red. Really like these big boxes, man. They look so good, stacked up next to each other. Oh, that's so freaking pretty. God, I'm a nerd. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. And look at that too. That's so dope. I tell you, it's like one of those things like, if I grew up with these kind of things, I don't think I'd be that cool. Which is why, although I love these black clamshells, you know, I still have an affinity for those because I grew up with those black clamshells. But these old MGM coffin boxes, and even these Warner Brother black clamshells, which, you know, I've seen the Goonies, I've seen other ones that still use this type, but I've never saw any. I never grew up with any of this type. I just think it's so cool. It's just like a format. It's the same format, but it's just the presentation is different. And so I kind of dig it. So that's a sweet new VHS haul I got going on there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I said maybe a couple of these will go into more. Maybe. Most likely not, but who knows. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Later. So I'm waiting some seconds to add the little card thing at the end of the video. Later. Back again. This was a good find. So this is a beta haul. We'll start off with this one, which is funny. This one here, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Which is funny because I just sold a copy of this on eBay a few weeks ago. It sold for $20. And mine was in a lot better shape than this one. What's funny is I sold this one for $20, and then I sold Part 6, Jason Lives, and it sold for $70. So put that there. This one doesn't have a case. Oh, I just got really excited looking down in there. Helter Skelter doesn't have a cardboard slipcase, so looks like it's a little messed up. So screw it. Guess again, as you can tell, these are all betas. I don't know if I'll start doing beta tapes individually as I do VHS tapes. Maybe. This is a good collection. Christine, this is, what kind is that? It's RCA. It's got the bottom flap on it. Those two don't have the bottom flaps. It's a good John Carpenter flick. Firestarter. These things are dusty too. Filestarter. Firestarter. Take that one out. We got Children of the Corn. It's pretty dope. Look at that. Fade to Black. I like this movie a lot. I have it on VHS. I think it might be an Anchor Bay release back in the late 90s. Old media case with the bottom flap. I used to have all the Halloweens on that, or most of the Halloweens on that. But sold them a while back. And speaking of that, Halloween 2. The case is a little worse for wear. I used to have this one, I think Part 3, and two different versions of Part 1. The yellow media box and then the black media box. This, I think, well, copy of this sold on eBay not that long ago for over $100. This whole box together was around just over $100, so I could probably make my money back if I sold that one. But I don't know. I don't know if I will or not. Fright Night, Boosh. It's a good one. I know somebody who would like that one, but he probably already has it. Rosemary's Baby. House. Ding Dong, You're Dead. Silver Bullet. I'm trying to think, which of these have I done? Actually, now I think about it, only a few of these have I've ever run on 35mm. That I did on 35mm. This one I was supposed to, but we had to switch it around, so we did it on Blu-ray instead. No. Yeah, never mind. This one was disgusting. The Hitcher. Thorn EMI HBO video. That one came in a cool little case. I'm looking more into these Thorn EMIs. I got one the other day in the mail, although right now I can't think of what it was. Wherever that is, looks cool. Alright, and then these are betas as well. Again, these are pretty nasty. Look how dirty that is. Whoever had these did not seem to care for them. So it's another Warner Brothers big case, clamshell. Cujo, beta as well. So what did I have before? That Clint Eastwood movie I had in a beta case like that. But I don't know what this is, but check this out. Look how sweet that is. Blood Tide. James Earl Jones, Continental Video, Jose Ferrer. That's sweet. So that's big box. Oh, that's interesting. It's big box with a clamshell. I've never seen that before. It doesn't look like there's any tape in it because it's all on this side. It hasn't been rewound. That is interesting. I was expecting it to be a plastic tray you pull out and the tape would come out of it, not a clamshell case. Anyway, I'll have to touch these up, and a lot of these I probably will keep, but I think this is a pretty sweet haul. This Helter Skelter one I don't know what I'm going to do with. Might just toss it since there's no case. Like I said, a lot of these will get touched up. Eventually, as I go through do all this more and more, I'll track down plastic case sleeves to put over all these, because they make them for pretty much all these sizes. Not sure about that one though. But I think this is a dope find. Really cool. I don't know how deep I'm going to get into beta, but I saw this as a pretty good horror collection. A little bit of everything. John Carpenter, sort of John Carpenter. You know, kind of an early touch. All the original. Well, I guess that was a sequel, and that was the sequel. But you know, I thought that's such a sweet find. Again, it was over $100. I could probably make my money back if I just sold one or two of these individually, but who knows? So yeah, that was the haul. So that was all the haul videos I did today. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Hey there, guys and gals. Today we're doing a little short haul/inspection video. A couple of weeks ago I read a book called The Mafia and the Machine, which is about the Kansas City Mafia back in the early 1920s, 30s, 40s, all the way up to the, I think, 70s and early 80s. It put me in a kind of a Kansas City mood, so I went out and got a bunch of flicks, ordered these off eBay, all Kansas City related. So we'll go oldest to most recent. Starting off with this one here, Kansas City Confidential, John Payne, Colleen Gray, Lee Van Cleef. I forget what year this was. So this version is a 2000 release on VHS and VCI home video. The funny thing is, it's called Kansas City Confidential, but from my memory, this movie actually, most of it takes place in Mexico. Released 1952, 106 minutes, black and white, non-rated. This is actually, it's got Jackie Lamb in it, yeah. This is actually one that we used to do this thing at one of my theaters called Noir City. We did it 2 years in a row. It was put on by Eddie Mueller from TCM, from Turner Classic Movies. He hosts a show on there, and he would bring in, usually I think we'd schedule about 10 movies over the course of 3 days, most of which would be 35mm. And out of all those, I'd project every single one. This is one we did, but I think this one was actually digital. It was one of the only ones we ever showed in that series. That was actually a DCP, a digital file. But so that's the only time I've ever seen it. We used to have actually bought a poster of this, not like an original one, but like a reprint to put in our poster frames around the theater, all Kansas City based. Second one here is actually one I've never seen, even though I've been meaning to. Robert Altman's Kansas City, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Miranda Richardson, Harry Belafonte. This is 1990, 94? Oh, 97. It's older than I thought. Or that's when the video was. Let's see, no video, 1996. Okay, that's 96, 97. Jennifer Jason Leigh's always great here. Belafonte. This is, like I said, this is another one I've never actually watched. I keep meaning to, because I don't even remember when this movie came out. I don't recall if they actually filmed any of it in Kansas City at all. But that's another one. The one I need to get that I think I projected before was, what was it called? I don't remember what it's called now. It was a roller derby movie. Kansas City something. Kansas City. Oh, it's going to bug me. I got to look it up. But while we do that, then I got this one here, the Kansas City Massacre. Where it sounds like it'd be a great horror film, but it's not a horror film at all. It's actually about the shootout at Union Station back in the 1930s, maybe 40s. If you go to like I said, John Dillinger, Pretty Boy Floyd, Babyface Nelson, Alvin Karpis. This is actually a made-for-TV movie, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. And actually, you can watch literally this copy. I ripped it and put it on my other channel, and I think it'll be on this channel too. ABC Home Video or ABC Video, Vidmark Entertainment. There's a couple different copies of this online, but I got the one, the black clamshell package, just because you know how much I love black clamshell packages. So it's a nice silver sticker there on the inside. 99 minutes, Vidmark, 1975, presented on ABC. But if you actually go to Union Station today, there's still bullet holes in the outside of it from this shootout. Said Kansas City, 1930s. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool find. That'll probably be one I actually have like kind of displayed at some point. Kansas City Bomber, I think that's what it was called. We used to have a big framed poster of that in my theater with Kansas City Bomber. I want to say it was Raquel Welch. My memory serves. Yeah, Raquel Welch. We did show Kansas City Bomber at one point as one of those like movies where you watch it and you have comedians up front making fun of it. It was all right, I guess. But yeah, something's pretty dope. I say if you want, there should be a rip of this somewhere on this channel, or it's already on my VHS rip channel. But this is my Kansas City based haul for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time. Peace. Welcome back, gals and guys. Got a fun haul video for you today. This is a box that I got maybe like even close to a year ago off eBay that I just now got around to actually opening up and taking everything out of. It's just been in storage, but it's a box set, a big box of a lot of Mystery Science Theater VHSs. So this is going to start off with, this is a Shorts Volume 3. I said there's quite a bit to get through, so I'm going to burn through these pretty fast. These were released from Rhino Home Video back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I need to go into the records and see how many of these are actually released on VHS. Make sure I have them all. So that was them right there. We got Shorts Volume 3. Right here we got The Wild World of Batwoman. So I was a big fan of this show back in the 90s when it was first airing on Comedy Central. Well, Comedy Channel to start, and then Comedy Central. I kind of lost track of it for years and picked it up again back in the mid-2000s when they were releasing them on DVD in the newer box sets. When the Shout Factory took them over. So we got The Beginning of the End. So all these are a mixture of both Mike and Joel episodes. So I'm not sure the order of release on any of these. I used to have a record of it way back when. I just need to go back into my archive and look at it. We got the Hellcats. It's like a Joel episode. We got one of my personal favorites, Mitchell, with Joe Don Baker. It's a great movie. It's like episode 512. That was close to one of the last ones with Joel, I believe. That one there. We got The Brain That Wouldn't Die. So I guess episode 513. So I think that was right after Mitchell, right? 512 and 513, yeah. You have The Crawling Hand, which is one of the earliest seasons, show 106, so that would be season 1. And then we got the movie, Mystery Science Theater, the movie. I wish I would have seen this in theaters, but I don't think it really played around here. This is one that I actually used to own on 35, what's that? Oh, look at that. T2 trading card, which is interesting because I just bought a box, an unopened box of T2 trading cards, which I'll be unboxing on my card channel, the Card Curator. So that's a fun find. I used to own this one on 35mm. What sucks is I bought it right around the time that I stopped being a film projectionist, so I just kind of sat in my basement doing nothing for a while before I ended up reselling it. Great movie. I wish it would have got more play. So those are the individual ones. And I think I do have at least 2 more. I know I have the one called Poopy, which is like a bunch of outtakes and maybe shorts volume 1 that I had originally somewhere in storage that were actually mine that I didn't get in this box set. And the next thing we have is still sticking with Mystery Science Theater, but these are actual 3-tape box sets. So this one has The Side Hackers, Bloodlust, and The Creeping Terror. It's a 1997 release. That's box set 1. This one has Shorts Volume 2, Catalina Caper, and Skydivers. Box number 2. And the last one we have is another box set, I Accuse My Parents, The Atomic Brain, and Red Zone Cuba. So I need to go back through and dig into all these and see if these are actually in the right boxes. So these I think were also individually released, and then they put them on these 3-tape sets. So I want to go back through and check the ID numbers and all that to make sure these are in the proper box sets. Because I said, I don't know, the guy I bought them from, the person I bought them from, I don't know if they kept them in the right sets or not. But my biggest memory, greatest memory of Mystery Science Theater is in 2017, Frank Conniff and Trace Beaulieu, the guys who played the Mads, came to one of my theaters and did 2 shows where they did their own movie riffing. We did one on a Friday night, one on a Saturday night. And Friday night I had a previous engagement after work, but then Saturday night, after the show, Trace Beaulieu, Frank Conniff, and my closest friend Jonathan, who's at Boaws, Boaws on Instagram, we all went out to eat at a place called the Flying Saucer in downtown Kansas City, not too far from the theater that I worked at. And that's probably one of my greatest memories ever, because my friend Jonathan and I, he's the one that kind of got me back into Mystery Science Theater back in the mid-2000s, or like 2008, 2009. And him and I used to, when we worked at a different theater together, we'd spend our hour-long lunch or whatever in the evening watching MSC3K episodes on my computer. I'd been buying all the box sets. So it was really cool because it was right around his birthday, John's birthday in 2017, that we did this show with the Mads, and I was able to get him a seat like pretty much right next to Trace and Frank when they're doing the riffing. Then again, afterwards we went out to dinner with them, and that was really cool because, I mean, these guys have been making me laugh for 20 plus years, and to sit and have dinner with Frank and Trace and actually make them laugh during the course of hour plus dinner was really, really validating and fun. So again, big, huge fan of this show. I need to go through and make sure I have all these VHSs. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I have Shorts Volume 1, and I'm pretty sure I have one called Poopy, which is all the outtakes and stuff like that. But those are in somewhere else in storage, and I'll get out at some point. But that's my Mystery Science Theater VHS box set haul. Be sure to check these guys out. You can get all the DVDs, I think, from Shout Factory still. I think all these have been released individually as DVDs. So yeah, if you guys don't know this show, you need to look it up. It's one of the best shows ever. It's probably the first show on Comedy Central, back when it's called Comedy Channel, and it's probably the best show they've ever put out, followed by South Park. So it's one of the greatest shows ever made right here. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a minute. I've been on a bit of a hiatus. Finally getting back into this. Missed you guys. So I'm going to do a quick haul video for you. Back in first week of August, I went on a 3-day short little vacation with my daughter. We went up to Omaha, Nebraska, in the downtown market area, and we spent our time just venturing around all the different little emporiums and shops and antique stores and thrift stores and all the good stuff, trying to find a bunch of fun stuff. Hit up half-price books and all that good junk. So here's just a quick collection of a few VHSs I collected over the course of the few days. They come from different places, different antique stores, thrift stores, whatever. So we got this old, this is volume 1 of the old original Adventures of Batman serial. This says first 7 chapters out of 15. So that's volume 1 right there. So that's pretty dope. And of course, to go along with that, I had to go ahead and get volume 2. This is pretty cool. I think these are from 1943, it says. Renewed 1971 Columbia Pictures. Black and white. Thought those were a pretty fun find. So I'll probably rip both these. Now I can have them available digitally. I got those there. This is another find, which is surprisingly another movie that I never actually owned on VHS, along with the original Turtles, was the sequel. For some reason, as big as a fan I was of these movies, I never actually owned them on VHS. I do, of course, have them on DVD and Blu-ray, though. So that was another good find at Half Price Books. And this one was just, I don't even know what the hell this is. The Brotherhood 2 Young Warlocks. So I'll have to track down the original one and see what it's like. But know nothing about this. It just looked like it'd be a bunch of fun. Fun for how terrible it most likely is. Hopefully there's some good trailers or something at the beginning that I could take care of. This is a good find right here. This is the 50th anniversary edition of The Wizard of Oz. It has a little flap at the front, a little booklet about information. And it's pretty nice. I think I got this for 99 cents. I think this is a thrift store that I found that one at. Thought that was cool. This is another good find. This is the Anchor Bay. It's Anchor Bay in association with Universal. It's the two-lane blacktop, the Monty Hellman film. This is another one that, I think this is the cool one. Yeah, there's information on the inside. Maybe I'll do a more in-depth video of that one. But that goes along with the Anchor Bay collection. And that's one of the ones I mentioned before that has a DVD 10, along with like the Hellraiser, Halloween 4 and 5, and all those that I bought before that you saw in a different haul video. There's still a 10 of that I like to get. This one I thought was a cool find as well. This is a white clamshell package HBO Canon video, which is this is either before or after the HBO Thorn EMI team up that they used to do. Big fan of this movie. I like Keith Gordon. I like the Kurt Vonnegut cameo. Of course, Sally Kellerman's great in it. Burt Young. One of my favorite comedies ever right there. And then going along with my infatuation with these old MGM coffin box movies, I got 30 Seconds Over Tokyo. Screenplay by Dalton Trumbo. This one's not even open. It says $4.99 down there, Blockbuster Video, but I didn't pay that. I don't even know what I paid. I think maybe 50 cents, $1. Like I said, probably will never watch that, but I thought it was a fun find because I like those coffin boxes. And along with that, I have this one, the Cool Cats, 25 Years of Rock and Roll and Style. Elvis Presley, David Bowie, Stray Cats. This old Blockbuster rental tape. And so for some reason, I just enjoy these MGM big boxes. So those there. And ending it all off with a Warner Brothers clamshell. Every Which Way But Loose, Clint Eastwood film. Pretty cool. Another rental copy, Main Street Movies. Not sure where that came from or where that's from. 14120 South Street. Presume it's somewhere in Omaha, Nebraska, since that's where I got it from. Goes along with another one of Clint Eastwood's movies in one of these big cases, but it's actually a beta version. But that's a quick haul video that I did. So I actually took my VHS camera with me on that trip and documented the entire trip on high 8 VHS with my kid and I, and these videos were mentioned in it. But just a quick haul video. Maybe some of these I'll do individual tapes of or individual videos for, talk a little bit more about them, but who knows. Hope you guys enjoyed that little haul video there. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Back again for another quick haul video. First off, I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine named Jonathan. He's on Instagram at Boaws, Boaws. He's the one that scored this Napa Valley Box Company VHS cassette holder for me. I never even knew that they made those. I knew they made them for cassette tapes, like audio cassettes. I had no idea that they made them for VHSs. All the other VHS holders I've ever seen have been like the ones with the drawers in them that you put them in, but this is a really cool find. I think he got it. I'm not sure where he got it, probably at a Savers or something like that, but he knows I'm into this VHS collecting. And he's always keeping an eye out for cool stuff for me. So he collects VHS too. He's more of an audiophile though. But whenever he's venturing around looking for old cassettes and old vinyl records for his collection, he keeps an eye out for VHSs for me. So this actually have a little stack here that he got. We'll start off with the ones that I already have. I do have LA Confidential already. I think it's a different edition. I think mine might actually be widescreen. I actually am a big fan of this movie. I like it a lot. I used to watch it a lot when it first came out on VHS. So it's a good find. I like LA Confidential. Another one that I do have already, but I still enjoy, is Kevin Smith's Clerks. This will probably be one that I'll rip the trailers at the beginning, so I think there's some good trailers at the front of it. Big fan of that movie. And then The Shining, I do have this, but I have the the Kubrick collection version of it, which I think is sort of widescreen, but not really. So this is 1986 package design. So this was from this version is 1986, I believe. That's a good find. I like that one a lot. Here's another good one. This is Fantastic Planet, the Ren Laloux. So the top of this one's been torn off, so you can't really tell which way it goes. But big fan of that movie. Such an interesting flick. Interesting. So maybe some of these will look more in depth in their own individual videos, but who knows. This one here, we got the special edition of Close Encounter of the Third Kind. This is pretty dope. Which one was it? One of these had a bottom flap. I think which one it is. So this kind of is very similar to the Dawn of the Dead director's cut version. It's very similar to that, where it says like, you know, director's cut up here. But this is obviously a great movie. It's a good times release. So appreciate that. This one right here, another good one. Warlock the Armageddon. This one's obviously came from Half Price Books. It's a good Vidmark release. They have some great horrible titles. So we'll probably be looking at that one too, seeing if there's any trailers on it that I can rip off. And then, love this movie. Jacques Tati's Mon Oncle. If you've never seen any Jacques Tati's movies, Mon Oncle, Mr. M. Hulot's Holiday, Playtime especially I really like, and Traffic, all great movies. So this is an awesome find. Another Half Price Books one. So I really dig that one. Janus Collection. And last but not least, this horrible greatness, which I'm sure is going to be fun as hell to watch, is Nico Mastroikis' Glitch. And this is a promotional use copy. So it's got a little fun flap that opens up with whatever the hell you want to call that. This is the one with the bottom flap on it too. So maybe we'll do a little bit more in-depth dive into that one when I do an individual video for it. But again, shout out to my friend @Bose on Instagram, Jonathan, for finding all these for me. And again, for getting me this awesome VHS cassette holder, which I'll utilize quite a bit. So yeah, just another quick haul video. I hope you guys enjoy these. I'll be doing more as I get back into the habit of going out and adventuring around, finding more greatness and crappy greatness. So I hope you guys are doing well. Peace.